Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of Mystery Month. If you're enjoying the series so far, please like, comment, share and subscribe for more. Today's case is all over the place and so interesting. This is the death of Paulette Gebara. Paulette was from Huixquilucan, Mexico, and was 4 years old at the time of her death and suffered from developmental disabilities and therefore was unable to walk and talk very well. She did however go to a normal school but had special teaching help and assistance. Before her death, Paulette went on a weekend away with her father, Mauricio, and her 7-year-old sister to Valle de Bravo. Her mother, Lizette, was on a different weekend away to visit a friend. It was later found out that Lizette wasn't visiting a friend, she was actually having an affair. Both the mother and the father arrived home from different trips on the same day, Sunday, March 21, 2010. At around 9 p.m. Lizette put Paulette to bed. The morning after, the girls' nannies were getting Paulette's older sister ready for school and walked her to the bus stop at around 7 a.m. Approximately 1 hour later, they went to get Paulette ready for kindergarten and that is when they discovered that she was missing. They looked all over her room but couldn't find her. When the nannies went and told Mauricio and Lizette, they didn't seem too bothered and didn't help to look. The nannies however searched all over, searching the apartment, the whole apartment building such as the lifts, asking security, etc. No one had seen her and so the police were called, and a forensic team were called. They came to the apartment and searched the apartment 5 times and couldn't find Paulette. There were no signs of forced entry, no signs of a struggle, it was as though she had just vanished. Because no one could find her and no one knew what had happened to her, her parents turned to the media to try and find her. They were a very well-off family and so people took notice of them. They did a lot of interviews, especially her mother. In an interview, Lizette said that on the night Paulette went missing, everything seemed normal, she didn't hear anything strange and the digs didn't even make a noise. These interviews put Paulette's face everywhere. Despite her disappearance and the public aware of the family's financial position, there was never a ransom note or ransom call. No one ever tried to get money out of them. Another interview that Lizette did on March 27 was actually in Paulette's bedroom. She allowed a full film crew and interviewer to come into her bedroom whilst she sat on Paulette's bed. Only 4 days later, Paulette's body was found in the same bedroom, wedged in the corner of her bed. The weird thing about this is that it took 9 days for the body to be found when so many people had been into the bedroom, sat on the same bed where she was, slept in that bed and no one ever saw the body or smelt the body and the nannies had even changed the sheets and not seen her. Forensic evidence said that the body couldn't have been there for more than 3 days and so the death was ruled a homicide. They said that there is no way that the body could have been hidden there for any more than 3 days without being seen or smelt. But, the actual cause of death was ruled an accident. She died from asphyxiation, she got stuck in the corner of her bed, couldn't get out and suffocated. To support this theory, they got the nannies to remake the bed, whilst Paulette was still there, to see if it was possible that they could have missed her. It was deemed possible that they could have missed her. Most people, however, believe that this case was not an accident and that there's another explanation for her death. I personally also agree that there must be another explanation because I believe she would have been seen in the bed. On to the theories. The first theory is that it was Lizette killed her own daughter because she had learning disabilities. Lizette was reportedly described as intelligent and capable, but also cold, lacking empathy and without emotional attachments. After Paulette's disappearance she was quoted saying, "Even if I lose Paulette, I have another daughter, which is a horrible thing to say about one of your children." She didn't show any signs of grieving and this is why people believe that she killed her. During the investigation of the case, a recording between Paulette's mother, Lizette, and her then 7-year-old sister, also named Lizette, was released, in which she tells her daughter not to say anything of Paulette's disappearance, so that they would not be blamed, with the following words. Lizette asks, "Why mom?" and she replies, "Because otherwise they will blame us for stealing her or that you to take her away to be stolen." I apologize for the bad translation but make of it what you will. At first Lizette denied this, saying that the recording was edited so it sounded like she was telling her daughter to hide any information. Later, however, she accepted that these were the words she said, stating, "I had the conversation with my daughter, but not in the context they showed it." Another theory is that Mauricio killed Paulette. After Paulette's disappearance, Lizette tried to point the finger to Mauricio. This could be a theory, or it could be her trying to cover her tracks, we don't know. Alberto Bazbaz, the Attorney General for Mexico at the time, was good friends with Mauricio, and it is said that he could have possibly covered up the murder for Mauricio in return for a large sum of money. Bazbaz however said that he was adamant that Lizette had something to do with the murder and he was trying to point the finger at her. Another theory is that it was both parents, staging a kidnapping in order to get some money. It is said that the couple were having financial difficulties and were in risk of losing their apartment. The theory goes they staged a kidnapping in order to get money from Paulette's grandparents, the government, the media, and the people of Mexico. It is believed that they hid Paulette in an air duct and told her that they would get her later on. As Paulette had learning disabilities, she couldn't speak, couldn't walk properly and so couldn't get out. Then, the case got so big the parents couldn't get back to her in time and so she suffocated and died in the air duct. Then the pair removed the dead body from the air duct and hid her in plain sight in the bed, explaining why she hadn't been found sooner. The final theory I'm going to mention, and the one I believe the most, is the theory that Lizette murdered Paulette and the district attorney covered up the murder for her. They were believed to be friends and apparently the investigation was rigged from the start. The reason that people believe this is because the house was searched 5 times by trained professionals and no one saw her at the end of her bed. The investigators only searched for forced entry, and as soon as they were looking for further evidence other than forced entry, they were ordered to stop looking. That's it for this case, and I know for a fact that I've missed out so many theories. If you have any theories, please comment them below and we can have a discussion about them. Thanks for watching. If you haven't seen any of the other episodes in this series, check them out. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for another unsolved murder.